Okay, so we are here at our very first Mastering Life Monday, and this is going to be where I gather with you guys. Hopefully you're joining, you're tuning in, but I will be gathering with you guys every Monday, and what we're going to be doing moving forward is just knocking down all of those hurdles that normally get in our way when it comes to fulfilling a dream, our goal, or any destination that we set forth. So my goal is to take this journey right along with you guys because I'm far from perfect. I have so many, not just my dreams, but there's personal goals that I would love to accomplish. And what's better than doing them on freaking video so everybody can see that you're a real human being. Like, so many times we get these we get these like, okay, so you're trying to lose weight, like myself, trying to lose weight, and who's the person in front of me losing weight? Somebody that's never had a problem with their weight before. Great motivation. I should have just been born with a high metabolism. Great, gotcha, see you next lifetime. That's not reality. Reality is people like Monique. Definitely applaud her, for the journey that she was on and, where she's at. And, that takes a lot more than just getting in the gym. So that's my goal, is to help you to tackle all those things that keep you from getting up and going to that gym or even signing up for that gym. And, some people may call them excuses, but sometimes they're genuinely real life hurdles. They're things that are in your life that are blocking you from moving on to that next step. Some of those things are things that we can just deal with by moving a few things along, rearranging some things. And then there's some things that, like myself, my biggest goal is procrastination. Because I should have been made this video. But I'm a procrastinator. But I need to understand why I was procrastinating. And I was procrastinating basically because I was afraid of failure. I was afraid of putting myself out there and having no takers, basically. Like, no one gets on board, or, people are looking, but they're not buying into it. So my safe place was just not do it. Not do it. I am not a fan of, which is so freaking weird because in the world that we live in today, everything is normally based off of numbers. How many Facebook friends you have, how many followers you got, how many people like the post, how many people loved your picture. So it's like I'm trapped in that world that I can't stand. I hate metrics. I hate them. I hate feeling judged. I hate feeling like you're ranking me, because at the end of the day, if I don't measure up to these standards or these other friends and family or Facebook friends, then I feel as if I'm not good enough. So what do? I shy away. I just stay by myself, low key me, like, no one to rank me against. There's nobody, no one can be better than you if you're just by yourself. So, and it's not an ego thing. It's just always, it kind of goes back further and further in my 45 years of living, where I just have been made to feel inadequate. I own that. That's what I felt when people did certain things. So sometimes it's a lot deeper. Some people, oh, I got the money to do it, so I'm going to do it. Like, we always think, first off, that's the very first thing that's blocking us from a lot of things. And that's not always the case. I know some very well-off people. It just so happens I spoke with a very good friend of mine today, and we've known each other for about 4 years now. And he shocked me when he explained to me that a hurdle for him and moving forward in a career that he is amazing at is basically he's afraid and he doesn't want to fail. And I would have never thought this from this guy. And, money is not an issue for him. So, he has the assets there. He can pretty much do whatever the hell it is he want to do. But what he doesn't want to do is fail. So how do you not fail? You just don't do it. And so sometimes we are our own worst enemies. And then times we legit have things that's in the way. We have a toxic mindset where there's something that we ourselves gave to ourselves. Because again, sometimes we are our worst enemies. Even if it's those friends and family that we're still continuing to hang around, or, that social media that keeps making us feel this way, we are still choosing to do those things. So those are just a couple of the things that we're actually going to be looking at. Those are things that we are going to work through together, that we'll address together. Is being able to knock those things down, removing that mindset that we have grown accustomed to, 45 years of thinking of a certain way and seeing things a certain way. It's kind of hard to knock that off. It's kind of hard to change, but there's hope. I am here to tell you there's hope. Now, if there's anything that I can tell you, I suck at procrastination, and I try to do too much at one time because I let go of the procrastination. I was like, oh, give me. I want to do all these things. And I have to stop that. I have to slow that down. I have to roll it back a little bit. But, you know, there's so many different things. And, you know, I want to open up all of those things for us. And, you know, with this particular segment of the podcast and the YouTube channel, there's not going to be a specific goal in mind, unless if you guys start to reach out and you give that feedback that, hey, let's focus on, then I'm more than happy to do that. But what I want to give is going to be a platform that's going to allow you to be able to adapt it in any part of your life, whether it's just walking away from a toxic situation, a dead-end job, you know, friends and family that are probably kind of keeping you stagnant and where it is you would like to go, whether it's just yourself. You know, we have to look at that from so many different angles. If you've seen the commercial that I made, yay me, if you've seen the ad that I made for this particular segment, it gives the breakdown of different aspects of health. So there's your sexual, emotional, mental, physical, financial, and there's a sixth one, mental, most important one. So because if you're not in the mental mindset to say, let me get up and do this, even though I'm in this dead-end job and I'm in this horrible relationship, and oh my God, my mom keeps calling me, and you know, she doesn't know where the @ sign is at on this computer, and it's driving me crazy, and you know, I've been on this job 16 years, and you know, people's just bypassing me for raises and promotions, and you know, if your mindset, if you're bogged down with that, it's hard to see through that. You know, people tell you, you know, whatever your religion, definitely not intended to offend anyone, but with your religion, people may tell you to pray. Or, you know, you know, some people will, let me take you out, you know, we get your mind off of it for a little bit. You know, so we hear a lot of different things. Those don't work. Those things don't help. Like, realistically, what we have to do is take it and fix it. We do have to look at things when it comes to what's keeping us from moving forward. And what's keeping us from moving forward are more than likely those things that we don't want to talk about. There are those things that are, sometimes we hold those things that are not a positive impact to us. Sometimes we hold those closest to our hearts. So they're deep inside of us. And there are things that we probably don't even want to deal with or face on a regular basis. But these are the things that's keeping you from moving forward. You want a loving and healthy and happy relationship, but you stay in that toxic one because you want that one person to change. When our mindset is not where it should be. We should be focused on what it is that we deserve, what we have to give, and what we want. But what we're doing is trying to make this work. We're fighting to make this work, and that's a mindset. That's how we've been brought up, at least for myself and most people in my community. We were taught to fight for what it is that we want. We were never taught how to walk away from a situation. In turn, we were taught to fix it. So I'm in this horrible relationship. I can't even say bad, but I'm just in this horrible relationship, and you know, my first idea is to, what can I do to fix this? Never once did I think to leave. And that's common with us. I see people and I get phone calls and text messages from people for years that's on a dead-end job. They're so freaking unhappy for 8, 9 hours out of the day, but they won't leave. Or they feel bad when they find a job. And I think most people, when they are looking for another job, they feel a little sense of guilt. It's kind of like they're cheating on this person. When obviously you want to leave because you're not feeling satisfied. You're not feeling fulfilled. So you definitely have all the right in the world to say, I got to get out of here. This is not for me. But how many jobs do you pass up before you actually take one? So many times you go, oh, I should have took that job. Oh, dang, I should have took that job. Yeah, you should have, because you were looking for a reason. But it's that mindset that we have been brought up in. Some of us, you know, have that mindset. And remember, again, we're only talking about the mental aspect. We've been brought up to where this is my life. I'm going to have hurdles. I am going to have good days, bad days. I'm going to have a job that it's not perfect. You know, it has its pros, it has its cons. Yeah, so what if the cons outweigh the pros right now? You know, it could be worse on another job. So you know what? I'm just going to stick it out. I'm going to stick it out. And we do that. And then things don't change. And then we look around and we're celebrating, yay, another 1-year anniversary of the job that I hate. Where's the celebration in that? Life is a gift. What a better way to celebrate by actually living it happily and peacefully, full of joy. And yes, all of this sounds like, oh my God, and where's Aladdin and Jasmine? I get it. It's not always going to be that way, because guess what? We're all still just human. Can you believe that? After 10 minutes of me talking, you're still just a human being. One day at a time, one step at a time. I do have challenges that both myself and my panel, my crew, everyone that's here behind me. No, but seriously, I do have a wonderful, as my daughter Joelle's favorite word, a wonderful array of guests that will be joining us. And we'll talk through different things. We'll talk about the challenges that we'll be putting out. And they're simple things. They're just helping us to be able to harmonize our lives a little bit more. You know, stop feeling as if we have to put up with the rat race. Stop feeling as if we have to keep up with social media, or we have to, you know, this chick is just such a bad person to me, but I've known her since high school, so you know what, gotta keep talking to her. Our physical health, you know, I can tell you for myself now personally, I turned 45 August 8th, and August 10th, I was at a freaking hospital, and I was out of work until just a couple of days ago, because I've been sick. I have celiac disease, and then I found out yesterday there's some other crap going on. But you know what? I'm finally at a point where I'm dealing with these things. I'm not letting it keep me stagnant. I'm not using it as a crutch to say I can't move forward. These are things that are considered hurdles in our lives, because I write, you know, if any of you watching know me, I'm an author, a writer. I do, I bake. There's something else. The podcast. I do the podcast. So I have a lot of things that I do. And the last thing I want is for Tyler Perry or Stephen King to be calling me and I'm sick. And I can't, you know, and life happens. Health is going to happen. Bad health is going to happen. Shit's going to happen. And yes, I do cuss. But things are going to happen. So yeah, we can't avoid, no seminar, no master life coach is able to stop an accident or cold. And unfortunately, we're also dealing with a whole ass pandemic right now. So, but we want to keep ourselves in the best physical health. Because I can tell you, I haven't necessarily yo-yoed with my weight, but I have been one weight and then I went up, and there's a huge difference in what you feel. So it lets me know what I'm putting in my body is affecting if I'm going to get up and I'm going to perform my best. Because let's be real, at the end of the day, regardless of what it is that you want to do, whether you're selling a product, a service, or you're even trying to lose weight or get a job, what do you have to do? You are selling yourself. Because we have to convince ourselves first. And if you're sluggish and you're not feeling your best, that shows. You know, it's not a maybe I'll do it today type thing. It's a thing where you have to be responsible and you have to make the best choices every day for your physical health, for all aspects of your health. And no, I'm not saying you can't have a burger. I wish you wouldn't. At least make it at home with some organic, like, Angus beef or whatever it is that they got now that's better than the other stuff. I mean, have you seen those videos with the pus coming out the cows? I'm just saying, not trying to turn anybody vegan. I have some steak that's falling out right now and I probably shouldn't be eating, but I'm just saying, we don't want to make that a lifestyle, because if we want our lifestyle to be a successful one, and I don't mean success in the way of being a celebrity or anything of that aspect, but just a success where every day we're waking up and we're full of joy, or at least realizing that, okay, this is a great day. It's going to be the best day possible that I can make it. If you are feeling great, that is going to, I'm telling you, I wake up and my thing is Partisan Fontaine. And judge me, I don't care. I am 45 years old and I love me some Partisan Fontaine. Let me explain to you. This man, to me, is a lyrical genius. And stop, I'm not taking away from the Tupacs and the Biggies and the Nas and all that stuff, but I'm saying for this era, he's doing his thing. And I am very, and I know this always sounds weird and you're going to always hear me say this, but I'm very proud of him. I am very proud of him. But I turn my Partisan on and that gets me in the mood, that wakes me up, because it's like, he's saying all these shit. And the J. Cole guy, he has that song Middle Child, and that is like my anthem, you know? So it's like music is my therapy. Music is what gets me going. But, being sick started for me back in July. So it was like, oh, I didn't feel like doing anything. And I think I even did a podcast that was like, ugh, I've been sick for 2 weeks. I'm here. Simone, what's your topics? Because I just wasn't, I can't say I wasn't into it, because this is truly my passion. But I just couldn't show up physically. So it's important. Drink your water, stay hydrated, and mind your business, unless you're in the business of helping people, which is why we're here today. And I'm going to be all up in y'all shit if you invite me, if you let me in. Okay, so I can't sing, but this is going to be a great journey that we're on. So beginning Monday, and I was not planning for this to be a video, so I do apologize for the notifications that's going off. Let's just hope nobody calls. But coming Monday, we are going to be just kind of an introduction, and it will be our very first challenge that we'll set forth. And this is what we'll have to look forward to every Monday. So again, make sure that you follow. I have to say this because I have to get a recording of her. I have a grandniece and she is 4 years old and she is so freaking adorable. So she will say that she watches way too many YouTube channels. So let's hope she watches mine. But she will tell you to subscribe and she does not have one. But, you know, just her thing is like and subscribe. So I'm going to ask you guys to go ahead and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, that she says, and I'll see you later, because I want to make sure that we are being the best it is that we can be. And am I an expert? No, I am. I finally did my master life coaching, because that's something that I always wanted to do. And even though 2020 has been an awful bitch to all of us, just can't even begin to think about the things that we have had thrown at us in the last 9 months. There were still accomplishments that have been being made, and I truly do feel like some of us have to tap out now. I get that. Mental breaks, emotional breaks, physical breaks are extremely important, but there's some of us that have made strides through this. It's like, you know, that wave came and we stood up, and we're standing up for those that can't at this time. Just know that. But let it be noticed to you that, you know what, the whole world felt when we lost Kobe. The entire world felt when George Floyd was murdered. The entire world went through this whole ass pandemic, and we're still making accomplishments all over the world. We're still doing this. We are greater than what we give ourselves credit for. And I would love nothing more than if it's just one person, we can go out for coffee. I can't drink coffee. But you can drink coffee, I'll get a tea. But even if it's just one person that I can help that wants to go through this journey with me, I will be oh so grateful. Trust me, I will be grateful. It's like, that's been my goal, and that's been my dream. And I did receive my certification as Master Life Coach, and I have several hanging on my wall. Says Certified Master Life Coach, Goal Success, Life Purpose, Professional, and Happiness. And I feel as if at this moment in time, I am truly living all of these things. And it wasn't because I got the certification. Of course, reading the material and completing the workbooks and everything else that they made you do, I was just like, take the money and just get, no, but really, I knew I needed to be able to bring everything in and make it make sense. So that way, all the years of me saying to everybody, like, this is what I think you should do, you know, let me tell you what I would do, then now it's like you actually have something to back it up with. So it's pretty awesome to be going through, to see the world go through so many tragedies, and there's still roses that are blooming in the midst of everything. So again, did not intend for this to be a video. I was testing out the camera. That's how the podcast started too. So, you know, sometimes you just got to get started. But join me every Monday. Don't have a time. Not yet. But if you like and subscribe to the channel, you will get those notifications, and it will let you know when the video or the podcast is available, because we're going to record them simultaneously. So that's really it. And again, my name is Charlese, and I'm with Charlese Presents, and this is going to be our Mastering Life Mondays, and I am your certified Master Life Coach, Charlese Milford. And make sure that you guys go to our website, charlesepresents.com. Everything is actually going to be in the link. I'm assuming she would say the link below. So you will be able to stay notified with everything. And, you know, I have my Facebook, Twitter, all that social media stuff is on there. If you're interested, I'll be awesome if you guys followed me. I do interact, you know, I do those things, you know. And this is my book. I want to show this off. See, my book is behind me. That's right. And my daughter bought me that cup that says, ask me about my book. So if you want to ask me about my book, because I will be doing an author takeover soon, and that's why I got those copies. Those right there are here because I am going to be doing a giveaway, and that is going to be probably going to be a little later on down the line, but it is available for sale on Amazon, and it's basically just a loosely based tale about my life here in Charleston, South Carolina. About growing up in the 70s and 80s, a little bit of the 90s there. And again, it's a loosely based tale. So it's just basically kind of like my experiences into one, and then kind of getting over that. So I am an author. I am working on additional books. One that I'm looking to start next year will be based off of the Master Life Coaching sessions that we actually have here. So I want to thank you guys again. Once again, remember to like and subscribe. My name is Charlese with Charlese Presents. You guys have yourself